to look for anacondas. It has represented a lot of cash that goes into the local economy.
Anaconda!
The wildlife here in the Llanos exists between two dramatic climate conditions, extreme flooding and extreme drought. The wet season starts in May and lasts through November as the Llanos' seasonal rains transform the landscape into an ocean of water and grass. The dry season starts in late November and goes through April, creating a wildlife spectacle as animals, especially birds, concentrate in the places of remaining water. As the seasons change, animals like the anaconda have to adjust to their altered environment. Like all other species of snakes, anacondas are cold-blooded or ectotherms.
They cannot produce their own heat. They need to seek it in the environment, so they constantly have to move to places that have the right temperature they need. They seek the heat when they need it, and they avoid it when it's too intense.
The sight of an anaconda crossing a road or making its way across a pasture is not unusual. Most other wildlife simply ignore it, but not the birds. The appearance of an anaconda in the open is cause for a lot of squawking and screeching from the bird population. Referred to as mobbing, it's a common behavior when a potential threat is encountered.
Most birds feel very strongly about snakes. When an anaconda comes out, it's very common to find birds coming to mob it. And they fly around it, they vocalize it. They never actually attack it. I've never seen them hitting it. But they always go harassing it.
With the possibility of fledglings nearby, the birds take no chance with this intruder. The snakes have poor hearing, but they're quickly aware of the bird's presence and just try to leave the scene as soon as possible. The brief season between the end of the rains and the start of the dry season is vital for much of the wildlife. It's a time to feast, literally before the famine that is to come. For this jabiru stork family, it's time to make sure its offspring is thriving. Nearby, a howler monkey family forages in trees that'll soon be bare. Riverbanks, forest edges, and lagoons come to life with an extraordinary variety of wildlife. With more than 100 species of mammals and over 300 species of birds, trees virtually bloom as thousands come to roost in their branches. Shorelines host dozens of varieties of waterfowl, drawing tourists from all over the world who marvel at this visual feast. At first glance, the Llanos seems idyllic. Its pastoral serenity belies the daily struggle for survival, playing out with savage intensity between predator and prey. Here, the green anaconda is just another piece of a rich and diversified wildlife habitat.
Oh my God! There you go!
Jesus' records on Venezuela's anacondas date back to the early 1990s. So recapturing and evaluating some of his subjects continues to shed light on the stability of the population.
I'm pretty sure he will be fine, but I don't want to add any more stress. Since 1992 to the present, I have marked 13 or 1400 anacondas. Every time we come back to another season, I'm happy to see the Llanos again, to see all the animals and the wildlife. And I'm always looking forward to see which old friends I'm gonna find.
Hearing the frenzied call of an anxious jacana is a sure tip-off that an anaconda is somewhere nearby. And this one's caught something. Since anacondas only eat 3 or 4 times a year, finding one feeding gives Jesus and Sarah a rare opportunity to observe this behavior in the field.
Yeah, it has a meal. I don't know what it is yet, but let's go around so we don't disturb her. It seems to be a turtle. It's important for me to find out the whole range of prey items they consume. This is always a compromise that field biologists have to deal with. We need to learn as much as we can from the animals, but doing as little interference with the normal behavior. Anacondas normally kill their prey by squeezing it so tight that the heart cannot fill up with blood, the heart cannot beat. That stops circulation of the animal and kills it very quickly. The anaconda doesn't have any good way to kill a turtle. The only thing the anaconda can do is to drown it. But this is an aquatic turtle, so probably it will take hours for it to die by drowning. Just got a turtle that is almost a foot long, but she's not a really large anaconda, and she's having quite a bit of trouble. I can see how she's trying to hold it with her loops so she can shove her mouth towards it. She's trying to maneuver it. She has to get it by the head, and she had to pin it with her loops at the same time that she spread her jaws around the shell of the turtle. Once the snake starts swallowing the prey, she becomes very vulnerable. Her only weapon, her mouth, is busy swallowing the prey. This process might take easily 4 hours, 6 hours, depending on the size of the prey.
She's probably gonna finish eating it as soon as we leave.
The next morning, Sarah and Jesus go in search of the anaconda to see if she successfully swallowed the turtle. The breeding season's just a few weeks away. Female anacondas need sufficient fat to survive their pregnancy when they don't eat for as many as 7 months or more.
If she ate the turtle, then she will be somewhere hidden nearby, digesting it. Somebody here. There she is. I got her here. Okay. She is big. Look at the turtle.
Oh,
Look
wow.
at the turtle right there. Do you see it? Oh, actually, the head is over here. I don't want her to lose her meal, so that is the size of the turtle. This is the lump. You can see the turtle right there. And she is about to snap at my butt. No, don't do it. Don't do it. No, please don't do it. Ow, okay, fine. I know I deserve it. I'll leave you alone. This is the lump. You can see a big feat for an anaconda to eat a prey that size. Okay, you won. You're fine. Let's back out and leave her alone. I'm glad she's fine. She's healthy. She has a bit of a temper. She bit me. Of course, there's no venom, there's nothing to worry about. Sometimes it amazes myself how the anaconda can swallow a turtle shell and digest it. But her digestive juices are so powerful that they will dissolve that shell down to nothing. When she defecates, there won't be hardly any evidence. All the bones will be digested. It's good to know that she's alive, she's healthy, and, getting good meals.
Anacondas feed on a wide variety of prey, from small birds to caiman, deer, and capybaras. The snake rarely loses, but sharp claws and teeth can spell disaster, turning the table on the predator. Unlike most carnivores, which can bite off hunks of flesh and chew their prey, snakes have no limbs or cutting teeth and must swallow their food whole. To compensate for their lack of limbs, the anaconda, like most snakes, is a uniquely adapted predator.
Here, we can see the right and the left jaw are separated. They are not joined right there. That allows the snake to swallow very large prey. And also, these mobile hinges right in the jaws allow her to open the mouth a lot more than it would be possible for a comparable reptile.
Employing more than 100 backward-facing razor-sharp teeth, a snake unhinges its upper jaw and walks its head around and over the victim as its lower jaw works independently, pulling right and left to ratchet the prey into its mouth. Gradually, the kill is consumed whole. Despite their lack of offensive weaponry such as claws, snakes are impressive hunters, employing an arsenal of complex senses to survive what is essentially a hostile environment. Although harmless, the sight of a snake flicking its tongue gives most people chills, with some believing the tongue can sting. But this highly sensitive organ is crucial for any snake to be able to navigate its world.
Right now, as she's tongue flicking, what she's doing is picking up chemical signals from the air, and it's relayed to the Jacobson's organ.
Most animals have a keen sense of smell, but the sense of smell in snakes and lizards has been enhanced in an amazing way. Using their tongues to gather particles in the air, as well as underwater, their tongue relays messages to the brain about its surroundings. With each tongue flick, the snake scans its environment. This information is then transmitted from its tongue to its brain through two pits in the roof of the mouth, which connect to the Jacobson's organ. That's why snakes have forked tongues. It's little wonder that snakes, especially anacondas, are surrounded by myths and legends. There's always been something curious and unknown about snakes, but with new technology, science is gradually unraveling some of their mysteries. So far, it's been a very productive trip for Sarah and Jesus.
The status of the anacondas in this area looks good. Demographically, they're doing well. They are large individuals, there are a lot of young individuals, so we know that the animals are breeding and the babies are surviving. That is a good thing.
There are already signs of the start of the dry season, and with it comes the possibility of finding a female that's about to breed.